Hello everyone. In last session, we discussed with regard to financial instruments and financial markets. Today we are going to discuss that is regulators, that is financial regulators. Okay. Here under financial regulators, there are two. One is RBI. 1 minute. RBI. Another one SEBI. RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, another one Securities and Exchange Board of India. The RBI, first one is RBI. The RBI is the Central Bank of India, which was established on 1st April 1935. 1st April 1935. RBI, which was established in the year 1st April 1935 under the Reserve Bank of India Act. The RBI uses monetary policy to create financial stability in India. The RBI uses monetary policy to create financial stability in India, and it is charged with regulating the country's currency and credit system. The main duty of RBI is to regulate the country's currency and credit systems. See, the RBI, I just repeat the things. The RBI is the Central Bank of India. The RBI was originally set up as a private entity in 1935, but it was nationalized in 1949. That you remember. It was nationalized in the year 1949, but it was established as a private entity in 1935. Is it clear? Then, the main purpose of RBI is to conduct consolidated supervision of the financial sector in India. What is the main purpose of RBI? Is to conduct the consolidated supervision of financial sector in India, which is made up of commercial banks, financial institutions, and non-banking financial firms. Hope you are clear. Which is made up of commercial banks, financial institutions, and non-banking financial firms. RBI is made up of commercial banks, financial institutions, and non-banking financial firms. What is the main purpose of RBI? The main purpose of RBI is to conduct consolidated supervision of financial sector in India. Is it clear? This is about RBI. When it was established in the year 1st April 1935 as a private entity. When it was nationalized in 1949. The main purpose of RBI is to conduct consolidated supervision of financial sector in India. Is it clear? Next one is SEBI. The Securities and Exchange Board of India. The Securities and Exchange Board of India is the leading regulator securities market in India. It is a regulator of securities market in India. It was established in the year 1988. It was established in the year 1988 by the Government of India. When it was established in the year 1988 by the Government of India. SEBI was established to regulate the functions of the stock market. The main purpose of establishing SEBI is to control the stock market. Controlling stock market. Is it clear? To control the stock market. Previously, SEBI did not have the power to control the stock market and was a non-statutory body. Earlier, SEBI did not have the power to control the stock market and it was non-statutory body. The main purpose of SEBI is to safeguard the rights and interests of the investors. The main purpose of the SEBI to safeguard the rights and interests of the investors. What is the main purpose of SEBI? To safeguard the rights and interests of investors. Rights and interests of the investors. The main purpose of SEBI is to safeguard the rights and interests of the investors, as well as, along with that, it reduces the malpractices related to the stock exchange or stock market. What is the second purpose? In order to reduce malpractices related to the stock market or stock exchange, and also establishing a code of conduct and promoting the healthy functioning of the stock exchange, smooth flow or functioning of the stock exchange. That is also the main purpose of SEBI. What are the main purpose? First one, to protect the rights and interests of the investors, then to reduce the malpractices related to the stock exchange, then establishing a code of conduct, and fourth one, promoting the healthy functioning of the stock exchange. Is it clear? These are the functions, main functions of SEBI or purpose of SEBI. Hope you are clear. These are the two regulators. Regulators are Indian financial institution, especially it may be stock market, then other institutions, especially RBI is the controller or central bank. It controls all financial institutions, banks, then non-financial institutions, etc. SEBI, which controls the entire stock market. Is it clear? Hope you understood. This is about regulators. Then next one, the last topic in Indian financial system, that is financial services. Is it clear? In financial services, in that first one, credit rating. Say, what is credit rating? Credit rating is an assessment of the credit worthiness of a borrower in general terms or with respect to a particular debt or financial obligation. Credit rating is an assessment of the credit worthiness of a borrower in general terms or with respect to a particular debt or financial obligation. Example, you are going to start a company. You need huge amount of money. For that, you apply to the bank or any other financial institutions. Just listen carefully. You are going to start a company. You need huge amount of money. For that, you apply to the bank or any other financial institution. Banks directly don't sanction loan. Am I right? Banks directly, they don't give loan directly. Mean without any documents whether they are ready to give loan. No. To know your credit worthiness means repayment capacity. If you take a loan, is it possible from you to repay the amount? That is credit worthiness. Okay, clear. Repayment capacity. Credit rating is essential for that. In order to check your credit worthiness, credit rating is essential. For that, they means your banks. For that, take for example, you apply loan in bank, then that bank is going to contact credit rating agencies. What is the duty of credit rating agency? They are going to check your financial position. Take for example, if you are applying for loan, then that credit rating agencies like CRISIL, ICRA, these are the credit rating agencies, they are going to check your financial position, whether you are able to repay the loan. Whether you are able to repay the loan. That analysis is the duty of credit rating. Hope you are clear. That analysis is the duty of credit rating. Hope you are clear. This is about credit rating. Some credit rating agencies are CRISIL, ICRA, etc. Hope you are clear. This is regarding credit rating. Next one, second one, that is merchant banking. Now, what is merchant banking? Merchant banking is a combination of banking and consultancy services. Merchant banking, it is a combination of banking and consultancy services. Banking and consultancy services. Banking and consultancy services. Now, merchant banking, it means it is a combination of banking and consultancy. Now, what is banking? You know, what is consultancy services? See, the consultancy which includes, it may be legal matters, they may guide you, then marketing matters or technical matters or financial matters, they guide you. Is it clear what you have to do? All these informations they provide, that is consultancy services, especially legal matters. Clear? Merchant banking means banking plus consultancy services. Consultancy services in the sense they provide legal matters, legal advices, marketing, technical and financial advices, etc. Hope you're clear. That is merchant banking. Then third one, venture capital. I think this one is studied in BCom. What is venture capital? Venture capital, venture capitalists provide huge amount of funds or loans to the risky projects. Venture capitalists provide huge amount of funds or loans to the risky projects and they charge high rate of interest. Say, venture capitalists provide huge amount of funds, loans to the risky projects and they charge high rate of interest. Take for example, uh, you are going to start a company, okay? You need 1 crore rupees to start that particular company, and you are going to start one risky project or a risky company, okay? Then whether the banks are ready to give loan? No. These venture capital in the sense it is a financial, it's like a financial institution. These venture capitalists provide huge amount of loan to the risky projects and also they charge high rate of interest. Hope you are clear. This is regarding venture capital. Next one is banking services. Banking services, you know, what are the things that is available in bank? What are the services available in the bank that you know, right? SB account, FD account, RD account, PPF, Public Provident Fund. Then some of the firms even issue mutual funds. Then health insurance, NEFT, RTGS, home loan, vehicle loans, etc. These are the services which is available in bank, right? Then next one is insurance services. What about insurance services that you know? Life insurance, general insurance, health insurance, vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance comes under general insurance. Then fire insurance, marine insurance. Okay, these are the different kinds of types of insurance services. Hope I need not to uh, speak more about these insurance services, you know, right? The next one, lease finance. Now, what is lease finance? Lease finance is one of the important sources of medium and long-term financing, where the owner of an asset gives another person the right to use that asset against periodical payments. The owner of the asset is known as lessor, and the user is called lessee. What do you mean by lease finance? Here, the owner of an asset gives that particular asset to another person for use. I mean, lessor is going to give asset to the lessee for use for a certain period. In return, that lessee has to pay certain periodical payments. Is it clear? The lessor is going to, the owner of the asset or lessor is going to give an asset to the lessee or the user for a particular period. In return, that lessee or those who use that particular asset, that person is going to give some amount or periodical installment uh, premium or payments to the lessor. Is it clear? The owner is going to give an asset to the lessee. The lessor is going to give the asset to the lessee. The lessee has to pay periodical installment or periodical payments to the lessor. Clear? The owner of the asset is known as lessor. The user is called lessee. Hope you are clear. That is regarding lease finance. Next is book building. Now, last one, that is book building. Now, what is book building? You studied this in BCom, book building, lease finance, all those things. Okay, book building is a process of price discovery. Book building is a process of price discovery. It is a mechanism where during the period for which the IPO is open, initial public offering is open, bids are collected from investors at various prices which are above or equal to the floor price. In other words, book building is a systematic process of generating, capturing, and recording investor demand for shares. What is book building? It is a mechanism where during the period for which the IPO is open, when initial public offering is open, new issue market is open, bids are collected. Bids are collected from investors at various prices. Clear? In new issue market, they, uh, they are going to sell one particular share. At that time, these prospective investors are going to bid. Take for example, 100 rupee is the, take for example, um in initial new issue market, one security is available. One security is available for sales. Okay, at that time, prospective investors, what is the duty of prospective investors? They are going to bid. Take for example, base price is 100. Now some of the investors are going to ready to purchase for 120. Some of the investors are ready to purchase 130, right? At the end, this company is going to fix the price on the basis of demand. On the basis of demand. Okay, that this entire process is nothing but book building. Take for example, they may fix 125 rupees as a bid price, sale price. Okay, after book building process, they may charge 125 or 123, like that. Okay, so depends upon the demand, they are going to fix the price. Who is going to create the demand here? Especially depends upon the prospective investors. Prospective investors. If there is more demand for your shares, then the price will be, the price goes on increasing. It may be 150. It may be 150 rupees or more than that. Okay, if demand is more for your more for your company share, then the price goes on increasing. Okay, that is the benefit for the, that is the benefit to the company. They can sell their shares at a more price. Clear? That entire process is nothing but book building. It is a mechanism where during the period for which the IPO is open, IPO means new issue market or initial public offering is open, bids are collected from investors at various prices which are above or equal to the floor price. Is it clear? This is regarding book building. Hope you are clear. This is regarding financial services. Now, in these sessions, 3 sessions we discussed with regard to Indian financial system. Under Indian financial system, there are various headings, that is, one, financial institution, financial market, then financial instruments, financial regulators, and financial services. Is it clear? It may come for 10 marks or else for 15 marks. Okay. Hope you understood all these things. In case any doubts, you can call me or else you can come to college. We are available to you. Okay. Thank you.